Second Esdras chapter 15, verse 1, it says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. All right. All praise, honor, and glory goes unto the Heavenly Father. All right. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, through his only begotten Son. In the Hebrew, we call on the names Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. All right. That's the power that's behind these events happening in the earth. All right. When you look at all this turmoil, all of this, this war and all this hate, all these happenings that's going on in the earth, the God of our Bible told his prophets to write these things in a book because they were faithful and true. Right. You jump down to verse 14. This is where we at in the prophetic timeline. It says, Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. All right, woe means destruction. It says, For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. All right, now in the spirit, this is pertaining today as guns. All right, so what you saw in that clip, you see Jake, roused up Jakes that are showing up to these DA's houses who not persecuting these race soldiers. All right, these so-called white cops, and they showing up, empty-handed right now. But soon it's going to be swords in their hands, and it's finna tell you why. It says, For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. All right, now before we go forward, let's look up the word sedition. Define sedition. Conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. All right. And who enforces the authority of the state or the monarch? The policeman. All right. So the scripture says that there's going to be rebellion. OK, conduct or speech inciting rebellion against these people. Second Esdras 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. See, they in front of people's houses, man. Them people, you look at this clip, they in this man's lawn, man. They right in front of his crib, man. Look at this. That's one step away from invading their home, man. They right there in their yard, man. Right there in their yard, man. You see? Somebody done pulled the man to dress up, and they said, hey, 6 o'clock, everybody show up to his house, man. It says, They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, watch. This is coming. Soon people are going to be out here getting bloody, They're going to start taking the law into their own hands, because that's what happens when all hell breaks loose. The people become lawless. All right, the Lord said, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, and iniquity goes into lawlessness. Right? Lawlessness is gonna run rampant out here, man. It's gonna run rampant. And we right on the cusp of it. All right, this is Isaiah 19, because this is what you see. You got Judah, the beginning of Judah being a terror unto Egypt. All right, Isaiah 19 and 17, and the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid. Yeah, because eventually Judah gonna get tired of you gunning down, these Jakes, man. And whenever another Jake get popped, people gonna be like, oh shit, they about to go out there again. Because eventually, what if Judah, Jake start, they start recompensing blood for blood, because we know Jake ain't gonna wait on the Lord. So what if they start coming after, these people and taking the law into their own hands? And maybe that's what organizations like NFAC was set up to do. Just saying. Because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he hath determined against it. So the Lord has determined this counsel, this purpose. That's what counsel means, this purpose. The Lord is going to raise Judah up against Egypt, man. Why? Because he has set thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece. Zechariah 9 and 13, when I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion. See, the northern and the southern tribes, because the northern kingdom, so-called Hispanic state of Americans, they catching hell too from these Edomites. It says, against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as a sword of a mighty man. You see, the Lord is going to use, you know, his people to recompense Esau, Edom. You know, let's get Jeremiah 51. Let's get that, man. Jeremiah 51 and 20. It says, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. Now that's going to come once the elect are beamed up and, you know, transformed and come back down from the chariots. But shit, the Lord can have this thing go down soon, this summer, where he started using Judah as a battle axe, man. Issachar as a battle axe. And with thee will I break in pieces the horses and his rider, and with thee, the horses and his rider, man, those cops, all right, police. And with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. It's another one I'm thinking about in Ezekiel too. What is it? Ezekiel, let's try 25. If not that, we'll check 35. Here it is, called Ezekiel 25, and you see this section goes into Edom, the so-called white man, verse 14. We'll start at 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman. And day of Dedan shall fall by the sword, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury. Now, why is the Lord angry and furious with Edom? Because look at what Edom did to the Lord's people. Just Google a yoke of iron. Matter of fact, let's do it right now. Let's see what comes up. Yoke of iron. Let's see if the so-called Chinese man pop up. Look at this shit, man. You see? This is why that anger and that fury gonna be on Edom, man. Fucking bastards. Look at this shit. Leather made from human skin during slavery still being sold today. Look what you fucking devils did, man. Yeah, man, that's enough. Yeah, man, it's plenty to see though, man. You devils got plenty to pay for, man. Plenty. Ezekiel 25, verse 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Why? Because recompense belongs to him. All right, Romans 12. Verse 19, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord, man. The Lord gonna get you goddamn devils, man. This is Genesis 49 and 8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brother shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He couched as a lion. Yeah, man, Judah just been chilling all these years, man. You know, especially after the civil rights, Judah been chilling. It says, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Because at the end of the day, Judah is still a lion, man. And these devils is rousing Judah up, man, because Judah see it. All right, so-called black people in Babylon, they see all these goddamn killings, man. It's so many of them now, you know, and Jake talking about it, and, you know, they speaking on it, they seeing it more and more, and all it's going to take is one thing to set that shit off for Jake to goddamn follow suit, man. You know, Jake, whenever some bullshit, some fighting and shit pop off, you know, Jake love to be there. Jake so wild. It'll be a fight happening, and I done seen this shit many times growing up. A nigga get knocked out by a nigga or a couple niggas, and the next thing you know, random niggas just start fighting or jumping on a nigga that got knocked down and shit like that. Like Jake be wilding the fuck out, man. Niggas might not even know each other in that bitch fighting just cause that spirit of fighting is in the air. You know? So yeah, man, Esau Edom gonna rouse up the tribes, man. This is 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, man. Perilous. All right, that goes into what? Dangerous. All right, we coming into some very violent days, man. Hard to do, to take, to approach, hard to bear, troublesome, dangerous, savage. You see? Right? Ain't that what that Megan Thee Stallion? I'm a savage, bougie, something nasty, whatever you said. We gonna see. You know, the Lord gonna see who all savage, you know, real soon, man. We gonna see how savage you so-called black woman is, man, when this shit pop off. Cause this shit about to go there. You know what I mean? This shit is about to go there. I think I wanted to get one more. Nah, man, that's it, man. The point was made. So yeah. This where we at, man. Motherfuckers going to these people's house. And this is like the second or third video I done seen where Jake's done did this. And right now it ain't getting violent, but soon, oh, shit. Now that I mentioned that, because it's about to get violent, they about to release the Forever Purge. I'm gonna go ahead and play this trailer. And